In this question, in the AC circuits on the figure, the values XL is equal to 8 ohm, which is the reactance of the inductor, and reactance of capacitor XC is equal to 4 ohm, and resistance is equal to 6 ohm. The RMS voltage of the AC source is 150 volt. Find the RMS current through the inductor. So I will solve this question by two methods, and one is the phasor method, other is the complex number method. So let us first discuss the phasor method. In phasor method we need to know some things, and I am just revising those very basic concepts required for phasor or vector method. So these two type of trigonometrical expressions or with the same frequency. Okay, so this is some v1 sin omega t plus phi 1, this is omega is angular frequency and phi 1 is the phase angle, and v2 sin omega t plus phi 2. If we add this two expression, then this can be proved that this is equivalent to this kind of expression, and we can calculate this v and phi using the trigonometry, and there is a very easy method. Whatever we get the solution as by trigonometry, we can get the same solution using this kind of vector approach or this kind of vector diagram. So इस vector diagram में we just show these two values as two vectors. So this is v1 vector and this is v2 vector, and if these two are vector, then these will have some directions. तो इनके directions, तो direction के लिए we use this angle. So suppose from some reference line, this v1 vector is making angle phi 1, and from this reference this v2 is making some angle phi 2. So angle between these two vectors will be phi 2 minus phi 1, and phi 2 minus phi 1 I can say this is the phase difference between these two sinusoidal functions. So this is phi 2 minus phi 1, and what is v here? Okay, what is v here? So this v is the resultant of v1 and v2, so we can use this result, or we can find the resultant of vectors using components. So in these expressions, this v1 and v2, this v1 and v2, obviously this can be the amplitudes or this can be RMS value also, because in this type of expression, if I divide both the sides by root 2, okay, then we will get the RMS value. So these values can be the maximum value, and or this can be the RMS values, but these are not instantaneous values. Okay, these are not the instantaneous value. It is not that v1 is the instantaneous value of this function and v2 is the instantaneous value of this function, and you are using the same expression for instantaneous values. Instantaneously, what will happen? Instantaneously, I will put time here. Let's say time is, let's say t is equal to 0 or t is equal to 1. So you will put the time here, and suppose if I put t is equal to 0, so this expression will become v1 sin c1 plus v2 sin v1 sin phi 1 plus v2 sin phi 2 is equal to v sin phi. So this is the instantaneous relation. So this relation is just between their amplitudes or RMS values. This is just the mathematical relation between these amplitudes and RMS values. And remember, these RMS values or the maximum values are not achieved simultaneously, because there is some phase difference between these functions. When this is at its peak value, then this is not at its peak value, it will be at some different value. So just remember, these are not the instantaneous values, these are just the maximum or RMS values, and maximum or RMS values are not achieved for all the functions simultaneously. So this is just a mathematical relation. And other things we need to know, voltage difference or potential difference across resistance and current passing through it are always in the same phase. For capacitor, current leads the voltage across the capacitor by pi by 2, and for inductor the voltage leads, now in this case voltage leads current by angle pi by 2. Now let us solve the question. So this is the diagram, and I am using the phasor method or vector method approach. So obviously this voltage, whatever voltage is provided by this source, is divided in two parts here. So there is voltage drop across this, which I can call VR, and since this inductor and capacitor are connected in parallel, so the voltage difference or potential difference between these two terminals is equal to the potential difference across the inductor and potential difference across this capacitor. So this potential difference, I can write this VL, or I can write this equal to VC. So VL is equal to VC. So what is the equation? Equation is V source is equal to VR plus VL, or I can write VR plus VC. So this is the equation. So V source is equal to VR plus VL. So we can draw a phasor diagram using these three. V source is equal to VR plus VL, and this is the similar equation like this. This is some function plus this is some function, and it is resulting in this function. Now it will be some function of some sine omega t and all. It is some function of some sine omega t plus phi 1 phi 2 etc, and it is some function of sine omega t plus phi 1 phi 2 etc. So these two will result in this function, which is equal to V source. What are the other equation? So current going through it like this. So this current is current through the source, and this current is also passing through this resistor, and current will be divided here, and suppose I am writing it as IL, और suppose इसको मैं यहाँ पर I से लिख रहा हूँ. So next equation will be like this. This IR is equal to IL plus IC. So these are the relations which we can use. So now I start to draw the phasor diagram. So I start from here. Let's start from here. Suppose I draw VL in this direction. Suppose this is the direction of VL, and obviously this is the direction of VC also. So this is VL and this is VC also. Okay, VL and VC are in the same direction, and as we know that current in the inductor is lagging by pi by 2 as compared to the voltage across it. Voltage leads in the inductor. So the phase of current in inductor, इसको ऐसे ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं हम. एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन को एंटी क्लॉकवाइज आई एम टेकिंग एज पॉजिटिव एंड क्लॉकवाइज आई एम टेकिंग एज नेगेटिव. सो इट इज़ लैगिंग बिहाइंड. So IL I can draw like this. And what is for IC? So IC will be pi by 2 ahead. IC pi by 2 आगे होना चाहिए as compared to the voltage across the capacitor. So this is the value IC. Okay, so IC and IL are like this. And what is the value of IC? So I can write for any element, like for inductor. So VL is equal to IL into XL. What is VL here? VL is the RMS value of potential difference, or it can be the maximum value also. So this relation is for the RMS value or the maximum value. Okay, so VL is equal to IL XL, VC is equal to IC XC, likewise IC XC, and VR is equal to IR into resistance. So VC we can write, this is IC we can write VC divided by XC, and this we can write this is also equal to VC. Okay, or this is also equal to VL. So VC divided by this is XL. And what is the value of XL here? XL is 8 here. It is VC divided by 8, and this is VC divided by 4. So obviously this IC is more than IL. IC is more than IL. So if I draw the phasor diagram for current, okay, so phasor diagram for current, IL plus IC is equal to IR. And what is the resultant of IL plus IC? So it is in the direction of IC, because IC is more. Okay, so from this we can conclude the direction of IR is along IC, because these two vector, this vector IC and vector IL, will have resultant in the direction of IC, and resultant represents IR. So the direction of IR is like this. So this is the direction of IR, and we know that for resistance the phase of current and phase of voltage are in the same direction. So it is also the direction or phase of VR also. So this is VR. Now we are in a position to draw the phasor diagram for voltages alone. Okay, so सिर्फ मैं phasor diagram voltage के लिए यहाँ पर मैं draw कर सकता हूँ easily, and मैं फिर इसमें इस रिलेशन का यूज़ करूँगा कि VR और VL इनका जो समेशन है वो V सोर्स के इक्वल है. ओके, सो लेट अस ड्रॉ द डायग्राम फॉर कैलकुलेशन पर्पज नाउ. So this is VL and this is, let's say, so this is VR, so this is VR and this is VL, and resultant of these two equal to V source. So this is V source. So from here we can write, what is the equation we can write from here? This is VL square plus VR square is equal to V source square, and mind you, all these values are either RMS values or amplitude values. Okay, so VL, what I can write for VL? VL is IL into XL, and what is the value of XL? XL is equal to 8. So IL into 8 square. What is VR? VR is IR, and what is the value of R? R is 6. What is the value of V source? V source as given in the question is 150. Now we have to calculate IL, and from here, from this relation I can write the resultant of currents IC and IL. Okay, so IC and IL, the resultant of currents, and also we know that VL is equal to VC. If VL is equal to VC, I can write IL, this is IL, and into XL. XL is what? 8, and this is IC, and this is 4. Okay, so from here I can write IC is equal to twice IL. So from the phasor of current phasor is, the above is IC and IC is equal to IL, and below this is equal to IL. So what is the resultant here? The resultant will be IL, and this resultant is equal to IR. Resultant of these two will give IR, and IR now is equal to IL. So this IR is equal to IL. So IL square 64, and this is also equal to IL. So IL square 36. This is 150 into 150. So 36 plus 64 is equal to 100, and IL square is equal to, so 100, these two zeros will go, and IL square is 15 into 50, and from here IL is the RMS value of current through the inductor, which is equal to 15 ampere. So this is the answer for IL. अब इसके बाद मेथड नंबर 2, विच इज़ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मेथड. तो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मेथड की जो थ्योरी है उससे रिलेटेड एक ऑलरेडी एक वीडियो है, आई विल गिव द लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. सो अब यहाँ पर किस तरीके से कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर से करना है, लेट्स सी. तो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मेथड में जो रेजिस्टेंस है, रेजिस्टेंस को प्योरली रियल नंबर से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, और जो इंडक्टर का रिएक्टेंस है उसको प्योरली इमेजनरी नंबर, और इसका जो रिएक्टेंस है कैपेसिटर का, इसको प्योरली इमेजनरी नंबर से रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है. सो ये जो 6 है, 6 इज़ प्योरली रियल नंबर. एंड व्हाट इज़ एक्सएल? सो एक्सएल वी राइट इट एज 8i iota. For iota we generally use J, because I is generally used for current, so there should be no confusion. So we use generally J. So J is for iota here. So this is XL, and the reactance of capacitor we write it as -4 iota, and this is real number 6. So these two are in parallel, so we can use the parallel formula, like just like in resistance. So the net impedance of this inductor and capacitor. Okay, so net impedance inductor and capacitor. So because this is in parallel, so we have to use the formula 1 by z. Okay, so let us use 1 by z. So 1 by z is this 1 by xl plus 1 by xc. 1 by xl is 1 upon 8j, and this is minus 1 upon 4j. Okay, so 1 by 8 minus 1 by 4, so it will be minus 1 by 8j, and you can multiply it by j, or simply what you can do, just inverse it. Okay, so if you just inverse, z is equal to minus 8j. So this is the net impedance of this. So now you can replace this circuit, and I am just replacing this 2 by a box here. Okay, so now this is my equivalent circuit, and for this is 6 and this is minus 8 iota. So 6 and this is minus 8 iota. So what is the RMS value of current? So let us first find the net impedance. Okay, so what is the net impedance of this circuit now? So net impedance of circuit, so net impedance of circuit will be the resultant of these two, and these two are in series, so we can just add these two. So 6 minus 8 iota, so 6 minus 8 iota, and what is the impedance magnitude wise? Okay, so net impedance I am calling it as Z. Okay, Z of the circuit. So it will be 6 square plus 8 square. We have to take the magnitude of this, so magnitude इसका 10 के equal हो जाएगा, and this is 150. Okay, this is 150 RMS value. So what is the RMS current through the circuit? Okay, so what is the RMS current through the circuit? So RMS current through the circuit will be the VRMS of the circuit at these two terminals, VRMS, and divided by the net impedance. So VRMS is 150, and what is the net impedance, which is 10, so this is equal to 15. So IRMS is 15. So I can find what is the VRMS here, what is the RMS voltage across these two terminals, and this is the same voltage which is on this inductor and on this capacitor. So what is the RMS voltage? And this will give RMS voltage on inductor also. Okay, so what is the RMS voltage? Just multiply by this magnitude of this reactance or impedance, whatever it is. So this is 15 multiplied by 8, because it is minus 8 iota and magnitude will be 8. So this is 120. So 120 volt is the RMS voltage on the inductor. So what is the RMS current through the inductor? So this is VRMS through the inductor divided by its impedance XL. So VRMS is 120 and XL is 8. So this is going to be 15. So 15 ampere is the RMS current through the inductor.